It's pretty amazing how a single object, just a gun, can totally flip a switch in a character. How does a guy go from just trying to survive to being a cold-blooded hunter? Well, today we're going to break down an absolutely critical turning point from the reckoning of the Judas Colt and see exactly how a story's entire focus can shift in one gut-wrenching moment. So right away, we're dropped smack in the middle of the tension. We're at Redemption Pass, this desolate, dust-choked mining camp that honestly feels like a graveyard for forgotten dreams. I mean, it is the absolute perfect stage for the showdown that's about to go down. And yeah, make no mistake, this isn't just some tense meeting. Oh no, this is a head-on collision of two violent paths, and it's kicking off one final bloody chapter. All right, so let's meet our two main players here. On one side, you've got Elias. This guy is literally haunted by a lie he's told. A reluctant survivor who's just trying to outrun his own history. You can see his hand is just resting on his Colt. It's casual, but he is ready. And then you have his opposite, Silas Black. The source material describes him as looking like the devil come to collect his due. I mean, with that predatory intelligence in his eyes, he is the past that Elias just can't shake.
And Silas, well, he doesn't waste any time. He just lays his cards right on the table. See, he's hunted Elias all this way for a treasure, this supposed nest egg of gold. That's completely made up. It's a total lie. And here's the kicker. It's a lie that Elias himself created to escape, and now it's the very thing that's trapped him. Now, what makes Silas so dangerous isn't just his own menace, right? No. His real power is built on the people he gathers around him, this gang he uses to get whatever he wants.
And his crew is, wow, what a collection of characters. You've got these seasoned, really dangerous veterans like Whiskey Jack and Martha the Mauler Maine. But then on the flip side, you've got Finn O'Malley, this wide-eyed kid who the text says is enchanted, caught in the Serpent's coils. It's this mix, the jaded killers and the impressionable young guys. That tells you everything you need to know about how Silas builds his power. So get this. When Silas lays out his grand plan to raid Prosperity Gulch, Elias, who's a former strategist himself, remember, he sees it for exactly what it is, a total disaster waiting to happen. The whole plan is just brute force and speed with absolutely zero subtlety. And that right there, that reveals Silas's big weakness, his arrogance. He picks intimidation over intellect every single time. And this right here, this really gets to the heart of Silas's power. See, it's not just about being the toughest guy with a gun. Nope, he's a master manipulator. He uses this toxic cocktail of fear, these huge promises of glory, and his own magnetic, dangerous personality to tie people to him. He's not just leading a gang, folks. He's building what the text calls a bloody legend. Okay, so now we're getting to the absolute core of this scene. Right in the middle of all this tension and scheming, Elias's eyes land on one single object, an object that is about to change absolutely everything. He spots the gun that Silas is carrying. It's a custom-engraved, pearl-handled Colt, and it looks familiar. In fact, it's a mirror image of a weapon he used to own, and that detail just grabs his attention and doesn't let go. So Silas, he just casually claims, oh, it was a gift from an admirer. But that explanation, it just doesn't sit right with Elias. Not at all. The familiarity of that gun sparks this dreadful, chilling question in his mind. And just watch how the story clicks these pieces into place one by one. It's like dominoes falling. First, Elias remembers giving this exact gun to his younger brother, Thomas. Step 2, he remembers that Thomas vanished years ago, during a train robbery. And step 3, the final, damning piece of the puzzle. That very same robbery was masterminded by none other than Silas Black. And that realization, the text describes it hitting him not just as a thought, but like a physical blow. It's this profound, soul-crushing horror that just changes everything in a single heartbeat. This is where we see the true, awful depth of Silas's evil. Thomas wasn't just some casualty in a robbery. Silas killed him. That beautiful custom Colt he carries around so proudly, it's not a gift, it's a trophy, taken from the body of Elias's own brother. So you can imagine, this one discovery completely flips Elias's world upside down. In just an instant, everything has changed.
The lie about the gold, the desperate need to escape and survive, all of that just vanishes. It evaporates. And what's left in its place is something cold, singular, and a whole lot more dangerous.
And this line from the text just captures that internal shift perfectly. He's not just there for the gold, or even to survive anymore. He's there for justice. Elias isn't a man on the run anymore. No, now he's a man on the hunt. And he has a very, very specific target.
And that gun, the Judas Colt itself, becomes the ultimate symbol, doesn't it? Think about it. It started as a gift of brotherly love. Then it became a trophy of a horrible betrayal. And now it's the symbol of the vengeance that is coming. The Judas Colt is going to have its reckoning.
And that's really what this entire turning point leaves us with, right? Elias has found his new purpose, for sure, but it's a purpose born from grief and totally rooted in violence. And it forces us to ask that big question. When justice demands such a bloody reckoning, what's the real cost?